That night, my own son tied me up and left me in the cold. 70 years of life, and I never imagined my boy would do this to me. But what shocked me more was how one phone call completely destroyed him within an hour. This story begins 3 days earlier, at my 70th birthday party. "Mom, you're the star tonight. Come sit here." My son David led me to the center of the grand ballroom at the Ritz-Carlton. Crystal chandeliers sparkled overhead as over 100 guests applauded. "Happy 70th birthday, Mother." My daughter-in-law Jennifer handed me an enormous bouquet, smiling brightly. My grandchildren stood beside me in their Sunday best. I was overwhelmed. David had gone all out for this celebration. "Everyone, my mother is an extraordinary woman." David took the microphone. "She raised me alone after Dad died, worked 2 jobs to put me through college. Tonight is my small way of thanking her." More applause. Tears welled in my eyes. But something felt off. David kept sweating despite the air conditioning running full blast. "Mom, I love you. I'll always take care of you." He said this over and over in the car ride home. I squeezed his hand, thinking how lucky I was. We arrived home around 9 p.m. "Mom, sit down. We need to talk." David's voice turned ice cold. Jennifer sat beside him, her face hard. "What's this about?" "The commercial building in downtown San Francisco." "Ah, the property my late husband left me. Small, but the rental income covered my living expenses." "What about it?" "Sign it over to me. Tomorrow." David threw papers on the coffee table. "That's mine. Your father left it to me." "Mom, you know my tech startup is failing. With that building as collateral, I can get a bridge loan. If the business is struggling, close it down properly. Don't take my property." "Close it?" "Mom, I borrowed from loan sharks. If I don't pay $3 million by Friday, I'm dead." He was shouting now. I stumbled backward. "Loan sharks? You went to loan sharks?" "That's why I need your building. Just transfer the deed. I'll still pay you rent." I knew he was lying. Once he got the deed, he'd mortgage it and lose it to foreclosure. "No, that building is all I have left." "Mother," Jennifer cut in, "do you know how much tonight's party cost? $80,000. We spent that on you. And you won't sign over one building?" My blood ran cold. So that's why tonight was so extravagant. To make me feel indebted. I never asked for this party. You insisted on. "Mom, please, just sign here." David even got on his knees. But his eyes showed calculation, not desperation. "No, absolutely not." His face twisted. "Fine, then you need to cool off." He grabbed my arm roughly and dragged me outside to the backyard. "What are you doing? Let go. You'll stay out here until you come to your senses." David and Jennifer tied my wrists to the water pipe with old garden rope. "David, please, we'll ask again in the morning. Sleep well, Mom." They went inside. The lights went out one by one. I was alone in the November darkness. The night air cut through my thin clothes. My wrists bled where the rope dug in. My legs went numb. Then I remembered. Robert, my brother. 50 years ago, I'd eloped against my family's wishes. Robert, heir to our family's oil fortune, had been furious. "If you marry that poor teacher, you're dead to me." But I chose love anyway. We never spoke again, except Robert watched over me from afar. When my husband died, anonymous funds covered the funeral. That was Robert. 10 years ago, he sent someone with a message. "Your brother wants you to come home. He forgives everything." I refused. Too proud, too stubborn. But he left his private number. "Call if you're ever in real trouble." I'd kept that card in my wallet, unused for a decade. Until now. After an hour of struggling, I freed my hands and crept inside. David and Jennifer sat drinking wine. "Tomorrow she'll crack. Old people break easily." They laughed and clinked glasses. I grabbed my wallet from the bedroom and dialed with shaking fingers. 3 rings. Then, "Hello? Robert, it's Margaret." "Maggie? What's wrong?" I told him everything through my tears. Silence. Then, cold as steel. "Send your address. I'll be there in an hour." Exactly 55 minutes later, car engines roared outside. 5 black SUVs lined the street. Men in suits surrounded the house. From the center vehicle stepped my brother, silver-haired, perfectly tailored, radiating power. He walked straight through the front door. David and Jennifer jumped up. "Who the hell?" "David Morrison. I'm Robert Hartwell, Margaret's brother." David's face went white. Robert Hartwell, CEO of Hartwell Energy, worth $8 billion. With connections from Silicon Valley to Washington. Sir, I can explain. Explain? Your company has $14 million in debt. $6 million to predatory lenders. You've been cooking your books for 2 years. Robert gestured. 2 men stepped forward. FBI Financial Crimes. SEC Enforcement. Your accounts freeze at midnight. Criminal investigation starts tomorrow. Please, Uncle Robert, I'm sorry. David fell to his knees. Don't call me uncle. Beg Margaret, not me. David crawled to me. Mom, I was desperate. Tell him to stop. I looked down coldly. You tied up your 70-year-old mother in freezing weather. You threatened me. You used my birthday as bait. I'm sorry. No, you're just sorry you got caught. I turned to Robert. Do what's necessary. I'm done with him. Understood. The agents led David and Jennifer away. That night, I slept peacefully at Robert's Nob Hill mansion. For the first time in 50 years. Within a week, David's company collapsed. Federal prosecutors filed charges. Jennifer filed for divorce. I moved into a penthouse Robert bought me in my name only. Nobody can take this from you. I donated $5 million to elder abuse prevention. Started volunteering at a senior center. 1 year later, Robert called. David opened a coffee shop in Oakland. Working the counter himself. Good for him. Want to visit? No. That's his journey now. I looked out at the Golden Gate Bridge, glowing in the sunset. At 71, I'm finally living my own life. One phone call changed everything. I'm not somebody's mother or daughter-in-law anymore. I'm just Margaret Hartwell. And that's the greatest gift of all.